Hey guys, Texor here today, and we're going to have a look at something that I've been working on for quite a while, and it's just over there in the background. Let's go have a look. So I've been working away on trying to build a squid farm on this server, and unfortunately I've not been having very much luck. So some of the things I had talked to with people that the squid farm in the new version 1.11.2 seems to not work as well as it used to. Obviously, there was that change where they no longer spawn in lava, and so everybody had to change them, which is fine. But the other thing I've been noticing is I've been having a heck of a time trying to build a squid farm on this world. And talking with a few other players, they did tell me that the world had to be fairly large, the spawn area had to be fairly large. And so for several days and nights, I worked digging out this whole thing here. And I can tell you that was a lot of work. And now I did make sure that had it all set up to spawn from the right level, and I went all the way from the top level of 62 to down to level 46, I believe it is. So if I'm standing right here, okay, not quite 46, but now as I was building it, and I only got about halfway done in the size of it, the squid started spawning, and but it was far and few between. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I need to make it bigger. So I kept expanding it, and I'm at a point now where I'm actually 3 chunks this way and just a little over 2 chunks this way, I believe. And then they really stopped spawning altogether. And that was rather disappointing because I put a lot of work on it into it, and you can see how many signs I had to place. You can see here I had this section at one point. Of course, when I find that you break one of these, it breaks all the signs down that way. So that was yeah, rather disappointed. You put in a lot of work on something, and it just would not work. And I've hung out here for a long time, and the spawns were just very far and few. And as you can even see, just in a little bit of time we've been hanging out here, we're getting no spawns. So I gave up and thought I would just say it's not going to ever happen. So, but then I noticed something back at my home base. Let's see if we can head that way. Sure enough, it's just over here. Should be coming into view now. Alrighty, so here's my my home base, and I'll show you what I figured out, or not figured out, but I had noticed that every time I was near my base, there was a lot of squid spawning out here, and it got me to thinking, okay, well, maybe it just didn't like that area. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of squid spawning right there. As soon as I get here, too, boom, they start spawning, and they spawn in more than just one group. There's usually a group over here, a group over there, and so on and so on. So I started experimenting with different methods here, and I abandoned the sort of giant pool with signs. And this was the first one I started working on right here. And as you can see, I used fence gates. And I've seen this done before, and not in this style, of course, but this was something that I wanted to work on. And of course, I filled the floor with hoppers to put everything into the chest over there. Now, I don't have it set up so that when they come in here, they fall and die to their death. Part of the reason why that is because sometimes when they're swimming, they might catch here, but they won't actually fall into the center. They'll end up hanging out on the edge here, and they can't move, and then they suffocate, and then I can just hope that the ink sacs will just jump into there. So that was my first test right there, and it wasn't too bad. And then I thought, okay, well, you know, for a little while there, they weren't swimming into it, which was kind of annoying. So I thought, maybe if I build towers like this. Forgive me for not having any light. Let's get some light on the subject here a little bit. Okay, so yeah, so I started doing this idea where I built these towers like this. These are only just 4 gates squared, and it seemed to do okay. And I went a lot taller, not obviously right to the top, but pretty up there. And you know, they swim into it and fall down here and then suffocate again. So I've been working on that, and I got another one over here, and I'm thinking, okay, I'll have to watch this and see how it works out. And so I've been noticing, yeah, you know, we're getting some items in there, and if I go through here, and you know, we're getting some over there, and we're getting some on that tower. So anyway, that is so far where I'm at, and right now I'm kind of wondering if I need to go further. So here we go. We can actually watch this one here. Now I haven't connected this one to anything, but as you can see, a squid has got caught in the air opening, or the air pocket that I created, and as I sit here, I'm not touching him. You know, he suffocates, and as you can see, I got a piece of squid from, and so that's what I'm wondering, if we do it this way. I might build some more of these and see how that goes. Next tower. Now this one I decided to go 3 by 3, just to see if if it will produce more squid to. Uh-oh, that was not cool. That was bad. There we go. I think that's probably going to happen under the rest of them too. You know, it happens. Yep. Okay. I just got to. Whoops. So I just got to get rid of this stuff so I can see if I can work this out, so that I can at least find my way out of here once I place down the hoppers. So and I just backfill it in when I'm done. So let's just go ahead and clear all this out. Let's drop our chest. Oops. Let's put our chest right. Grab our chest. Where are you? Oh, I had one. I thought I did. Haha. Guess I'll have to make one. No worries. Make that and pop that down. Let's make a chest. Just need one, just a little guy. And we don't need a full size one for now. We can just use that size. So we'll put that down there. Grab the hoppers. Shift key so that you don't actually just open that up. And we'll just get that in a sec. Same there, there. Yeah. Biggie. There, there, and there. Oops, that's wrong. There we go. Okay. So that should be working. What we'll do is we'll come back in a little later and we'll lay out some carpet down here. In the meantime, I'll just put a torch in there. That just prevents mobs from spawning in there. So, and we'll just fill this back in, some cobblestone, and oop, go. I'll put one in there, there. Okay, we'll take this guy out of here. Okay, so there's our other tower, and we're gonna, again, this is just experimenting. You can see, you know, compared to the big pool that I had built, they're just everywhere around here, and you know, we'll see here in a moment. Hopefully, some of these guys will swim, into there. They don't seem to avoid it, but it is kind of a luck thing, whether or not they're gonna swim into it, you know. And because this is still an experiment, and you know what? I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. So I actually ask you guys for advice on what would work. And there we go. We do see a squid that has fallen in there, and shortly he will begin to suffocate. Yeah, and again, I didn't make it so that when they'll fall to the bottom. I mean, that is something I could make in a different place because I got room. And yeah, as I was saying, if you've got some ideas, like I said, I've seen videos that show squid farms that were only 7 by 8 wide, and they had a big drop and all that kind of stuff. And I tried that on this world. I don't know if it's a multiplayer world thing that it doesn't work very well. Um, and building it out in the desert, as isolated as I could find, it didn't seem to work. And this one, like I say, I mean, I'm amazed at the amount of spawns that I see. Oh, look at that. I mean, there's that one that had fallen in there. Guess we should put another block right there. And if we go around and have a look, see if there's been any more showing up. Well, couple there. Nope, that one's not got anything. So it is a matter. It's very random. It's not like other mob spawners that I've built myself and stuff, where it's just the constant flow of mobs. These guys really do just, it's a random thing. And like I said, you can see how many are around, and boy oh boy, I mean, I could just go up there and just whack away at them, but that's kind of time consuming. Either way, it's time consuming, I guess, whether it's going up there and just whacking them, and then going down and collecting all their ink. But I really wanted to sort of have something that was, not a full automation, but just a little bit more, where I can just do other things around the base, and let these guys, because it seems to be within, I don't know, 120 blocks maybe, I'm not sure. I'll have to make a record of what's currently in there, and I'm going to keep expanding with these towers. I'm going to make some more over here, maybe bring them closer together, and see how that plays out. But yeah, this place here certainly has a lot of squid spawning, and so we'll leave it at that for now, and I'll come back to you guys later in another video to kind of update you on how things are progressing with this build. And other than that, you have yourself a fine day, and if you like the video, please click a like, or if you have a comment that you'd like to make, please leave a comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care now.